Hello everyone and welcome, I'll start that again and actually try and say hello and enunciate my words. Hello and welcome to a podcast. Before I start, I'm going to say huge spoilers for upcoming videos. I'll try and say upcoming properly. Upcoming video, can't speak. Upcoming videos on both my channels. I'm just going to talk about them because it's kind of on my mind and reasons and videos and that sort of thing. So if you don't want to know what's coming up and you don't want spoilers about what's happening, yeah, goodbye. But for those who don't care, and that's probably the majority of people, and you've clicked off anyway, so I want to talk about what's going on at the moment. So I'm currently in the middle of filming a different sort of, I say a different sort of video, another BMX video thing. So we started off with learning BMX, which was serialized episodes type thing, and it really didn't work because the content was not really to standard that I'm happy with now. But it happened, it was a thing, it showed, like, you know, me starting to ride bikes, and it sort of taught me how to film, that sort of thing, and it was enjoyable. It was really enjoyable, I really enjoyed doing it. And then I did 6 months until lockdown, which was basically a video where I was like, I've just filmed all these things because I thought I was going to do another learning BMX style video, and then I deleted half the footage, and then just put it in a video, and it was like 20 minutes of just riding, and some of it was okay and some of it was a bit terrible, but I did like how I structured it with, you know, different segments and then just sort of the rest that I couldn't really put in a group. And then a video that's coming up very soon is called not 6 months, that was words, Lockdown Look and Lies. Now this was meant to be a longer video, about 25 minutes, and it was meant to have like talking, and it was meant to be like learning BMX but more compact and more focused. And I think that video is going out, that video might have actually just gone out before this one. Yes, it's going out next Friday. Well, the Friday that I'm filming this on a Tuesday. Basically, it just turned into a lot of clips of me filming, and I didn't really talk much in it. Skate parks are closed. It was a 3-foot fence. And I don't really say this in the video, and I feel like I really should have, is there was people getting fines. I'd not heard rumours, I'd been told people had been getting fines for hopping the fence and stuff. So that's why I was kind of not super inclined to do so. And then I noticed obviously a few more people had started hopping the fence, and I was like, there's like kids and parents and all that. So I was like, actually, I might just do it because, you know, I just want to ride a skate park for once. So I didn't really mention that in the video, but yes, there's a reason for me not hopping the fence. And there was a lot more, I gave a lot more information, a lot more, I just cut all the talking, and hopefully you gathered what I was trying to do. I did a few voiceovers in it as well. Which I think helped a lot, but I think there's a limit to how good a voiceover can be, and I like the fact that I can do them, and it helps because I could do this, that's post stuff, I don't need to do that at the time, but I'm not a huge fan of it. I like the idea of a voiceover, but it's actually me talking to the camera, and I can cut to it and then I can cut away, and I prefer that than just a voiceover that I've got to put footage to. Because I feel that sometimes the voiceover detracts from what the footage is. So it sometimes works if the footage is garbage. I can sort of just put that on screen and you're focusing on the voiceover and not the footage. That sort of just does a filler kind of thing. But when I actually there's a clip that I'm like, oh, this is, you know, me learning something new, a voiceover sort of takes away from that. There's a review in the video of my new GoPro, the Hero 6 Black. Yeah, I really enjoy it. I'm still using it. I've not actually used the Hero 3 since I made that video. Filmed that review. There's some unboxings in it because I get some new stuff. This new series, I've said it's a series, so I've sort of spoiled it. Yes, it's going to be episodic, it's going to be in parts. And that was because I feel that if I try and crunch things down too much, I sort of can't put in some speaking parts that it becomes an edit at that point, and I don't want to do an edit because the footage is not good enough to be an edit, if you know what I mean. But it's it's kind of like I want you to see the footage and you know, have some talking bits, but it's weird. So there's that. What else did I want to talk about? I was like, don't do this thing where you sort of just lose your train of thought. But yes, so there's that video coming out, Lockdown Look and Lies, because the title should really be, if you actually think about the order that these things come up in, is Lockdown, Lies and Luck, which doesn't sound as good. So that's the reason I had to switch that round, and then I couldn't switch the footage round to actually make it work. So you're stuck with that. So that's the BMX, and the new series is, at the moment, the running title is Pegs. Can you guess what I've put on my bike? So yeah, a little bit of spoilers for the upcoming video. I've started to grind, and I'm going to say now I'm thoroughly enjoying it. The first time I put pegs on was in the Learning BMX series, and I had no idea how pegs worked, and I bought some cheap plastic pegs where the sleeves didn't really fit the inserts. So there was basically plastic on my, it wasn't, I couldn't tighten them enough and it was stripping the bolt, and it was a nightmare basically because the pegs I bought were terrible and couldn't grip on, so my wheel would slip, and then because the chain would then be loose, I didn't have the right hub guard, and then that would start clinking, and huge disaster. So I and I think my front wheel had... Anyway, basically, I destroyed my bike by buying cheap pegs. Not destroyed, but you know what I mean. It fell apart because they were terrible. So I bought some metal pegs. And one thing I was kind of confused about was... Obviously, I rode plastic pegs and they slid really well. Well, I remember them sliding okay. I don't remember them, you know, being amazing, but I do remember getting on a ledge and just being like, wait, I'm off the ledge now, and that was not much speed, you know. And I was kind of under the impression with metal pegs it would be a little more challenging, but I went with what I considered minimal speed and still got to the end of a ledge. Now, bearing in mind I didn't have that much speed at the end, so I don't know what I thought, but I thought metal pegs would be a bit more sticky. Practicing, I tried a Smith stall, still can't get them at the moment, but hopefully in the video you'll see me get it. Smith stall, and then it moves about a lot, and I was like, oh, I was kind of expecting this to, you know, like, stick and be, not like impossible to move, but a bit of resistance, but no, it's like smooth as butter, so... I'm kind of loving the metal pegs because they're beefy. I love the noise. It's something that I heard people when I was looking up metal versus plastic. People were like, oh, you know, switching to plastic better for grinds. You can slide more. You need less speed. You know, certain grinds. You know, whatever. But the noise, and I'm like, it's a noise. What can you like about the noise? I love the noise. It's so good. But yeah, I can just grind a lot more things, and there's so much more options and thinking about tricks that I can do, like, yeah, I just have so much more to do at the skate park, where I felt, you know, a couple of weeks before in the Lockdown Look and Lies video that I was filming, I felt like I'd come to the end and I needed to sort of just practice some tricks that I couldn't land. You know, I got to a point where I'd done a lot of things, but with the pegs that sort of opened up a lot more avenues for things to do, which is really fun, and I really enjoy it. So that's where we're at with that video. Want to talk about grips for a second though. I've gone through about 9 pairs of grips in the last... How many grips have I actually gone through? So I had these Federal... Oh, let me find the name of them. I'll just look them up quickly. What they call Federal Command grips. Love them. They lasted me about a year. Genuinely, they lasted me so long. Yeah, they were really... I'm just reading a review now. It's like thick and reliable grips, great for sweaty hands. I'd say they're not great for sweaty hands. I'd say that's one of the downsides, is they weren't great at... Yeah, and they were a bit thick as well. They were much thicker. And I might consider buying some more. But so I had some E-Clack grips, don't know what they were called, and I had as Odyssey Brot Rafer grips, and I'm running one of each at the moment because my left hand seems to wear grips down a lot more than my right. Don't know why. Maybe it's because of the way I spin or something of that nature. or I just grip with my left a little more. I've gone through 2 pairs of grips in like 3 months, which for me is a lot. A door has just opened in my house for no reason. That is very weird. Any recommendations for grips that are solid but not super thick? Put them in the comments below. So I was going to talk about videos. Oh yes, today I'd actually planned to film another drum cover music video. I filmed the drum cover, and then I'm just putting the video, the music video type thing on top. And I was going to film that today, and I was like, I don't want to. And this was a really weird thing that happened. I was like, I've got a nice story, I've got a bit of a script, I've got a bit of a shot list, but I just genuinely don't want to do it. I don't know what it is. I've done, how many have I done? I did the Christmas one, I'm not really counting, but we'll count it anyway for numbers' sake. We did that one. Actually, no, sorry, we're not going to count that one, that was ages ago. So we did Experiment on Me, we did No Sleep, we did the holiday one, which actually didn't have any music videos, but I've only really filmed 2. I think the thing is, I'm filming me, which I don't like filming to start with, but yeah, I feel like I've and obviously we're still in a pandemic, so I can't really expand locations too much, and I feel like I've just filmed a lot here. I know that's great, I feel like it's limiting what I could do. So although I really like these music videos, I feel at the same time that there's a limit to what I can do, really, here. So it was actually meant to be quite an action-packed John Wick type of thing, inspired by a few other things, but yeah, I'm not doing it today, which is weird. I sort of just was like, nah, I'm just not doing it. It's never happened though where I've done all the pre-work to something and then just not bothered doing it, and it's kind of weird. I think it's as well because I know it's a lot of work. I think that's a big thing about it, is I know it's going to be multiple days of shooting, and you know, with the video there is basically it's going to be multiple me's as I'm describing it, where it's going to be yes, which adds a level of difficulty that I've not really done before, where I have to like rotoscope and that sort of stuff might come into it, which I'm not a huge fan of. So yeah, there's kind of that as well. But yeah, so there is a music video planned, but there is one coming out, I think a week, I don't know, probably the Friday that you're watching. I genuinely don't know when anything's happening. I'm sort of just editing and then uploading and then seeing what happens. And my washing machine is beeping and I genuinely don't know why. It's one of these weird things where, because I'm doing this sort of serialized thing, I feel like I can't put these little videos up because they're not spoilers, but my washing machine is beeping quite a lot. I'm going to go and check it out because that might be, this washing machine is leaking badly, please come and see to it. Yeah, me doing like, for example, a bike check makes the first part of this pegs video a bit redundant. Although I like the longer time frame videos, I feel sometimes that they do make it harder to make regular content. For example, I have the same with Instagram really, because I have clips and stuff and I'm like, yeah, this could go on Instagram, but it means that, you know, a trick that I but I learn in a video is sort of a bit irrelevant because you go, oh yeah, I saw that on Instagram, big whoop. Yeah, because I'm not good, really. I can do a few things very poorly, because I think once you get to a certain stage, once you can do these tricks, it doesn't become you doing the trick, it becomes, oh, the line or where you're doing them or whatever. But I'm at the level where me doing, for example, if I did a tail whip, that'd be a banger of a video for me because I can't tail whip. And that's the thing with these videos that I still think is, well, don't compare yourself to, like, it's me going, oh, like, I can't compare my videos to something like Garrett Reynolds because he's not even in the same universe as me. You know, he's just beyond anything that I can do. But if I compare the video to me, I go, okay, I couldn't tail whip before this and now I can. That's a big improvement. So with these videos, I try and keep them progression to me, if that makes sense. And it's why I don't particularly like a video where I've put a clip in that I don't land. It's one reason why I liked the one video longer format edited is I can go, okay, we don't land this trick, we're not putting it in. But if it's like a serialized every now and then sort of video, I feel, you know, that I might put a clip in that I don't land, so there's just a random clip in there. The one thing I do sometimes is is I will film on my phone, and I know that that's an Instagram clip. So I'm going to try and do that a little more often, where I sort of just go, right, okay, we're going to film with my phone, and we're just going to get an Instagram clip, and if I do that, then I know this is for Instagram. Because my logic has always been, right, okay, the videos have to be better than each other. And that's always what I've gone off. Is with the Learning BMX series, they were, the videos afterwards had to be better or had to be progressing at something else. And I feel that towards the end, episode 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 potentially, were not following that scheme. But I think the videos afterwards, I think, are following that progression really, where, you know, I go from not being able to do a thing to being able to do a thing. For example, in, I think it was 6 months until lockdown, I learned hop-up manuals on a curb and sort of just went round, and it was great. And then in this more recent video, you see me do a bigger hop-up manual, and, you know, so there is progression there, and I like that element of it. So I don't know how I'm going to do this pegs video. I think I'm going to do it similar to the Learning BMX, where I get all the footage and then put them in episodes and then periodically put them up, because I need to drink. Oh, we're gonna have a bit. I'm not gonna pause it. Oh no, because yeah, if I give myself time to edit the, you know, bits, you're not gonna get, you know, clips that don't really make sense, which I like. Videos for the gaming channel. We'll get into that 22 minutes in. Yes, there's going to be some CSGO mainly. Pretty much all of it is CSGO, actually thinking about it. I don't think I've got another... Yeah, CSGO and maybe a few extra bits, because I've just thought of things that I do have in the works. But yes, CSGO for a bit, see how it goes. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying playing some video games. It's fun times. The drums, loving Steven Slate. Just came up with a couple of kits the other day, actually. So they're good. I'm enjoying how they sound in songs. I'll try and speak. And one thing I have bought that I've not really covered is I've bought a MIDI keyboard, and I'm starting to do things in Cubase, because I've realised that where I thought it was sort of just an audio recorder thing, actually no, it's not. It has like virtual instruments built in. You can record things. You can actually make music in it, which was something that I was like, oh, thought that was a completely different thing. But yeah, so I'm starting to do actually music things, which is weird for me, because I'm not musical at all. I play a little bit of piano. I say I'm not musical at all. I do play drums, but, you know, I don't count that. That's rhythm. I'm good at rhythm. I'm not good at actually like notes and melodies and things like that. So I'm just doing that sort of thing. So hopefully that'll satisfy my musical thing, because that's one thing when I go to university and I've not got drums to play, and I'm like, oh my days. But if I've got something musical, that'll hopefully fulfill that kind of musical bit in me. But yeah, I'm having a good time with YouTube at the moment. I enjoy the videos I'm making. I enjoy writing. I pretty much enjoy everything that I'm doing at the moment. There's a few niggles with, you know, what order am I putting things up, or, you know, that sort of thing. And I put a video up, coughing. I put a video up called Drum VSTs, and I was like, oh damn, I've put that up and there's still a cover with the old drums on, so that'll come up whenever. So you'll enjoy that at some point and go, okay, these are not Steven Slate drums. And I'm like, I know. I'm having to sort of put a bit in. I was going to talk about a thing and I completely forgot to talk about it. So we're going to talk about it now. I'm thinking of not getting rid, but privating some of my old videos on the Stuff channel, not the gaming channel, because that's all terrible. So what's the point in, you know, it's not going to be a channel at that point. But yeah, I'm thinking of privating some of my old videos on my Stuff channel. This is mainly because I think the content has changed so much. The thing with the gaming channel is I'm going to go, these are years old. Like, you know, I was not good at performance. I was not good at anything back then. You know, I understand that they are terrible. With the stuff videos, the old vlogs and that sort of thing, like the weekly vlogs, for example, and the little videos that I put up, I'm looking at them going, I don't like these anymore. I've never felt that about videos before, but some gaming videos I cringe at because, you know, whatever, but there's some stuff videos that I genuinely just can't watch. I just find them unwatchable, so there's no point me keeping them on the channel. So if you notice views go down, or if you notice videos that, you know, the number of videos I have goes down, my voice breaks naturally all the time, then just know that that's why. It's because I've privated a lot of them because I just don't think that they're good videos anymore, and why would you put something up that you don't want people to watch? Anyway, I thought I'd just put that in because I was meant to talk about that. That was meant to be like a talking point, and I looked at my phone and I was like, oh damn, I've not talked about the main thing I turned this podcast on for. So yeah, hopefully you're doing well. I said this, I've cut like the end of this so I could put less in so it wasn't a bit of a jumpy cut, but I was like, oh yeah, this part mainly went like, the world's a bit bad at the moment. Hopefully you're getting through it. And an ending that I just love so much is I don't know how to end podcasts, so here we go. Goodbye.